Can everyone hear me? Okay. A few days ago, in excitement for the new Avengers movie coming out, I went on BuzzFeed and took a quiz called Which Avenger Are You? Turns out, I am Iron Man. Now, in no way do I look like a genius, playboy, billionaire philanthropist, but I wasn't shocked at my results. The explanation of the result explains why. It said, you're very intelligent, and you do a lot of great things, and you know it. You are often a bit arrogant and condescending, but at the end of the day, everyone knows you're a very good person. Personally, I don't think anybody has ever described me so well. I don't think anybody has ever, However, I think the words arrogant and condescending are negative terms to a trait that I heavily pride myself in having, self-esteem. I thought a lot about self-esteem all through my 4 years in high school. From the outside looking in, I really shouldn't have self-esteem. I'm short, not the common racer body type, and definitely not the smartest person in the room. For some reason, none of those things bothered me too much. In fact, I've had many people tell me all of these things that are wrong with me. I've always had the same reaction. I don't care. It's like that saying, opinions are like noses. Everyone's got one, but no one wants to look up yours. That's the PG version, by the way. Having self-esteem doesn't come easy. It takes a lot of practice. But today, I want to share you 3 things that I believe anybody can do to boost up their self-esteem. I like to call it a lazy person's guide to becoming Beyonce. Tip number 1 is to be your own best friend. The world is filled with people that will come and go. You are the only person obligated to stay with yourself. Obviously, you don't have to become a hermit, but learning to be alone is the best way to learn about yourself, especially your faults. Being your best friend allows you to look at these faults and make them something to laugh about. I love making fun of myself, and trust me, there's a lot of things to make fun of. Besides, having a constant companion, a best friend is someone who stands up for you. When you become your best friend, you gain the ability to advocate for yourself. When you can stand against the world and hold your ground, that is the true mark of self-esteem. Tip number 2 is kind of a contradiction to tip number 1. Surround yourself with people who support you. I am lucky enough to have 3 people who I consider my strength. That's my family. How they help me with my self-esteem is important because they all impact me in different ways. My dad is the reason for my confidence. He constantly instilled in me that I'm good enough, that I can do whatever I set my mind to. That encouragement is why I am strong. My mom is my role model in my life. Having self-esteem can sometimes stop you from pursuing greatness, but my mom is the constant reminder of how I can better myself. Lastly, my brother is the person that brings my confidence down. He's the person I can always calm down to cut me down to size, literally and figuratively, because he's tall. Each person in your life has a role to play, but it is up to you to choose how big that role is. For me, my family has the most impact on me. Maybe it isn't that way for you, and that's okay. The point is to create a positive environment for yourself where you can be yourself. The last piece of advice is to make finishing a habit. I was put in a lot of activities when I was younger. The one that sticks out to me the most is Taekwondo, and that's because I absolutely despised it. I swear, I asked my dad to quit after every single practice. Of course, my parents ignored me, and I continued for about 3 years. In those 3 years, though, I got my first degree black belt. Now, even though I hated Taekwondo, the sense of pride I felt when I received the certificate and belt erased all the bad memories. It wasn't until I was older that I realized the importance of me getting that belt. I finished something that I started. When you quit, you are producing an opening for negative thoughts. You start to think that quitting is the easier option, and that is when you start to see yourself as a quitter. You start to see yourself as something that is negative. Learning to finish what you started is what helps you push through those hard moments. For me, pushing through those 3 years for the end goal helped me face many adversities I faced in high school, like AP Chem. God knows I never had to push that hard in my life. There are many many people in this world, in this room, in fact, that can teach you about self-esteem. This is just my vision. Listen or don't listen, change or don't change. The choice is yours. No one is you, and that's your superpower. Thank you.